Thanks, Rihanna. Hi, everybody. Good to see you tonight. I'm Mark David Buckles. I'm the music director for Sanctuary Boston, here with my good buddy Steven. We're going to be singing a few tunes for you. We're starting off with this great song, This Joy by Shirley Caesar. And this is a song I've grown to really like. There's so much outside of ourselves that we let affect our joy so often. And this is just such a great reminder that not only does the world not give us our joy, the world can't take that joy away. That is already inside us. We have the ability to access that all the time. Our joy, our strength, our love, all of it. So I hope you'll sing along with us and feel free to, add your harmonies, add your percussion, and add your spirit.
And also, many thanks to everybody for allowing me to join you today. I appreciate it.
One, two, three. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, oh, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, oh, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, oh, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. The world didn't give it, oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. One more time. Oh, I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Thanks, everyone.
I love that song. Thank you both. One of the things, I'm Lee. I'm just here doing music. No, officially. I think one of the things that I have to always work on when I'm trying to be online, because online is not my favorite thing, is that I have to land physically in my body to feel joy, to feel anything. And so the trick for me is being physically in my body and present with the screen and with the space that I'm in at the same time, so that I'm not disappearing into the screen, in which case I'm exiting the body and I don't feel the joy. So, or the anything. And then I get bleh. And I always say that I feel sort of like the Dementors from the Potter series have entered my mind. So this is my contribution to how to do that. It's called Put Your Roots Down. And it's really about landing wherever you are. And feel free to join me. We'll do this probably many times because it's short and it's going to go on for a little while. So let's try it. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across the stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across your stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across your stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across your stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across your stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. One more time. Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? Put your roots down, put your feet on the ground. Can you hear what she says when you listen? 'Cause the sound of the river as it moves across your stones is the same sound as the blood in your body as it moves across your bones. Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening?
Our jazz lighting tonight is Be by Walter Cantor. Be the present that moves tomorrow out of yesterday with overtures of hope. Be the water in the spring that pumps through Mother Earth's cool caverned crust to bubble clear slickness on forest rocks. Be the new air that the trees exhale in the dark secret corners of the pine woods. But if you cannot be such things, believe there are pines, caverns, and tomorrows. Give transformation hope.
Sanctuary Boston, for lonely hearts, joyous spirits, vibrant community, and you. My name is Rihanna Johnson-Levy, and I'm a board member of Sanctuary Boston, joining tonight from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Sanctuary Boston is a community of vibrant worship and real connection, grounded in Unitarian Universalism and open to seekers of all kinds. We welcome you wherever you're joining us from, geographically or spiritually. A few logistics that you might have heard me say before, so you can feel as welcome as possible. We're recording this worship tonight, so if you're not comfortable with having your face on YouTube later, you can turn your camera off, but if you're up for it, we really encourage you to leave your camera on so we can see your face and your presence here tonight. We invite you to sing along or grab an instrument and play along at home for all of our music. The words to all the songs will be shared in the chat and in our program. We invite you to engage with the chat box, sharing your greetings, responses, or whatever in the gathering is resonating for you. And for now, we'd love it if you could say hello in the chat and where you're joining from tonight. After that, we'll welcome each other into this shared space with our words of welcome. As we read them together, we also invite you to type into the chat which phrases most resonate with you, or what else beyond these words that you're bringing into this space today. So reading our words of welcome tonight, we have Cami and Kendra. I'm going to post instructions in the chat. We're exploring our words of welcome together as a community, making sure that these are the words that are the truest and speak most to us. So as we're reading these all together, I encourage you to think about what resonates with you in here, and think about what's missing, and feel free to share that in the chat. What do you bring to this space? What would make you feel welcome? And with that, I will hand it off to Cami and Kendra.
Whether you go to church on Sunday morning or light candles on Friday nights, whether you've been hurt by religion, saved by it, or some of both, whether you're brand new to spiritual community or a seasoned seeker, whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are on your journey, we welcome you.
An excerpt from the poem Coleman's Bed by David White. Be taught now among the trees and rocks how the discarded is woven into shelter. Learn the way things hidden and unspoken slowly proclaim their voice in the world. Find that far inward symmetry to all outward appearances. Apprentice yourself to yourself. Begin to welcome back all you sent away. Be a new annunciation. Make yourself a door through which to be hospitable, even to the stranger in you.
Thanks, Poppy. Our next song is Loosen Loosen by Ali Halpert. A lot of us know it. If you don't, it's a two-part song. We're going to sing first part for a little bit. We'll sing the second part, and then we'll sing the two parts together. And feel free to, add your own improvised third part or harmony or whatever you'd like. And, mostly I think this song is an invitation to just, take something, even a little thing, and just give it a little bit of breath and just care a little less for a second about something we're holding a little tightly. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Listen, loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Here's the second part. Holy breath and holy name, will you ease this pain? Holy breath, holy breath and holy name, will you ease this pain? Either part. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, 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 baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go. Loosen, loosen, baby, you don't have to carry the weight of the world in your muscles and bones. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go, let go. Let go, let go, let go. One more time. Let go, let go, let go.
Last Halloween, I sprained my wrist while playing death charades. Dressed as the big gay butterfly, and yes, that costume is as great and as glittery as it sounds, I joined a group of friends whose idea of a good time was meeting our maker in a series of truly unfortunate events, including alien attack, boa constrictor strangulation, and falling piano. I met my own untimely end while storm chasing. Because my soul's highest purpose is committing to the bit, this involved a dramatic dive to the ground after being predictably struck by lightning. It was after the successful conclusion of my turn, as I picked myself up to return to my seat, that I pushed against the floor and heard an unmistakable snap. As painful as it was, whatever had just happened inside my wrist was not the worst rupture I was dealing with during that time in my life. The real snap had happened 2 years and change before. I don't really know if it happened gradually or all at once. I don't know if it happened because of a global pandemic or because of events in my personal life, or if it was just always going to happen. All I know is that I had been leading a life that pulsed with a palpable and joyful connection to myself, to my loved ones and communities, and to a real and breathtakingly loving something moving within and beyond it all. And where that had been, there was now nothing. It wasn't a crisis of faith. Most of the time, it wasn't depression. Something vital in me was simply shut off. When it first became apparent that something was different, I took it more or less in stride. Everything about the world just changed, I reasoned. This is overwhelming. Of course, things are going to feel off. But a year passed, and then more time, and still nothing. My spiritual life had gone dark. I had no creative energy. I couldn't feel my heart. Before this, I'd spent every morning in a meditation and prayer practice that felt so alive, really pretty magical. And more than that, I moved through my days with a visceral awareness of being connected and held. So this feeling of disconnection was heartbreaking. And because in my case, my personal spirituality had been merging with the more outward-facing parts of my life, the loss was social and vocational too. I'm trained as a spiritual director, and pretty early in this experience of blankness, I recognized that I didn't feel like I could do spiritual care ethically or well in the state I was in. I grieved it hard. I was so sure that this was where I was called to be, but it didn't feel like I had a choice. I closed my practice and opened fretfully to the unknown. On the bright side, I'd been training for this. I'd supported others going through their own moments of deep spiritual difficulty. I had tools to draw on, put me in, coach. I think this is a lesson about acceptance and letting go, I sagely told my own spiritual director. As everyone knows, saying, I know what this is trying to teach me, is the abracadabra of cosmic lessons, immediately releasing you from the need to experience any additional difficulty and transporting you neatly to the other side of the crucible, where you are now happier and much wiser. Congratulations. Radical acceptance, unfortunately, did not solve my problems. I was starting to suspect that nothing would, that maybe this was just my life now. Still, I tried not to give up. When I could muster the will to do so, I'd light a candle and try to feel myself back into my old familiar home of meditation and prayer. But every time, it felt like I was standing there alone, knocking fruitlessly at the door of a loved one who had boarded up their house and gone away. So, last Halloween, I died chasing a storm, and all I got was this lousy wrist brace. Although I'd initially figured it's a wrist sprain, how long can it take to heal? 10 days? This injury too hung around a lot longer than I could have anticipated. For months, I couldn't do yard work or carry heavy things or play the viola badly or take the overly enthusiastic dog out on a leash without being very, very careful. And it was painful and inconvenient, but that's about all it was. Why was this? Why was this sprain, which directly impacted so many parts of my life, so simple for me to assimilate, while this other invisible and intangible injury was a pain that I could maybe accept, but sometimes struggle to forgive myself for? Part of what happened when my inner phone line got cut was that I became illegible to myself. There are many ways to answer the question, who are you? Among my favorites is to name what brings us joy, what we're doing in the moments we know our lives are singing. For me, that beautiful connective apparatus that had shorted out is fundamental to who I understand myself to be when I'm at my best and my most me. So of course, losing it was excruciating. If rather than being content with squawking out, "Oh, Danny boy," for my own edification, I were a person whose job and passion it was to play the viola well, a wrist injury might have taken on a very different meaning. Who are we without what makes us us? Maybe you've been here. Maybe you're here now. Maybe you're a writer who hasn't put a word on the page in months. Maybe you're an athlete whose body moves differently now than it used to. Maybe you recently retired or graduated or moved, or are navigating new or evolving chronic illness, or have had one of any number of life changes that sprains your sense of who you are in the world. One thing that I know with absolute clarity after the last few years is that you cannot minister to me in hope if you cannot join me in lament. So let me say this: if you're in that place, that pain is real. That pain makes sense. Losing access to what you love or to the you that loves it can be almost unbearably difficult. It hurts to not know if the change is permanent, and it hurts to know that it is. Know that you're not alone. Know that you're living a shared experience. The other thing I know about the intensity of our suffering when we have experiences like this is that it's often pulling back the curtain on our shared hunger for belonging. Ourselves are never formed in isolation. Other humans help shape and reflect who we are back to us, and we do the same for them. A seismic shift in the kind of self that you're capable of being destabilizes that system. When I was in the middle of this spiritual sprain, it was often really hard to try to relate to friends and colleagues who weren't struggling in the same ways that I was. Even if I knew they valued me, my lostness made me feel separate from them. I didn't really know how I fit when I couldn't bring my old self to the table. Do you recognize these feelings? I think that living in a world where our sense of belonging is often so painfully tenuous, we can't help but ask, how much of my belonging is contingent on me staying the same, doing the same, giving the same? If I can't be, for whatever reason, the person we agreed I was before, will I still have value to you? Can I still be loved? These tender questions, that yearning to be held within the circle of belonging, they're universal. But when you're deep in the splayed open vulnerability of those feelings, it doesn't always seem that way. I have good news for you, though. The poet David Whyte calls the human longing to belong one of our core competencies. And the way I see it, that means that if you ever find yourself struggling with this, you're actually excelling at being a person. The way I think about belonging has been evolving recently. For a long time, I saw it as something that was primarily extended to me by other people. This is that kind of thing where I might walk into a gathering and notice that people seem genuinely happy to see me, or they signal to me in whatever way that I'm known and valued in my specificity, even if that's a bemused eye roll when I know exactly how bad the dad joke is, but I'm making it anyway. That sparks in me a sense of belonging coming from the outside in. And those experiences are important, and I would say necessary. But increasingly, I'm also seeing a knowing of our own belonging as something that we can cultivate and carry with us in a way that sustains us from the inside out, even in these moments of doubt. Earlier this year, I read an excellent book called You Belong. It's written by Sebene Selassie, who's a self-professed nerdy Black immigrant tomboy Buddhist weirdo. Good Buddhist that she is, Selassie asks readers to consider a number of paradoxes, and among them is this. She urges us to remember the inherent connection with everything within which we always already exist. The inherent connection with everything within which we always already exist. And she talks at length about the work of belonging. You belong, and there's nothing you can do to change that. And we live in a world that makes that easy to forget. This isn't about feel-good theoretical belonging. Selassie doesn't pretend that people with different bodies and identities and histories don't get vastly different messages about the degrees to which we belong. All of us, she says, are taught in different ways to not feel belonging, and all of us can learn to feel it. She says that learning requires opening to all the ways we feel we don't belong. This is, of course, ongoing, lifelong work, but it has the potential to be transformative. So this is the promise, and it's the challenge. You belong, you get to belong when you aren't your best and shiniest self, when you're tired or sad or angry or just can't. You belong when you've lost the thread of who you are. You get to belong. And you also have to believe it and choose it and practice it. These are lessons I am still and always learning. I'm practicing belonging right now. Although in some respects, I'm still finding my way into who I am on the other side of all this, I'm happy to report that these days my wrist and my spirit are both in pretty good shape. I wish I could say I knew that the next time I'm pulled under, I'll be able to meet my can't with equanimity, that I'll feel solid enough in my irrefutable and irrevocable belonging that a part of me won't wonder if I'm not just a bit more lovable when I'm not feeling broken. But I am working on learning the lessons here, showing up again and again to be with all of you in a community that will hold me in what hurts and not ask me to deny it, in a community that shares in and feeds my joy, in a community whose invitation to belonging is clear and consistent and real. The circle in this place is drawn wide. I hope you can feel it. We belong to each other, friends. What a gift.
Thank you, Kit, for that beautiful message. It's too good. Now I have to sing. I wanted to be like the part in your story where I was like, do I achieve enlightenment at the other end of the sermon? will I finally feel like I belong? I am not there yet. I related to so much of that. So thank you. So we're going to sing another partner song here. This is O River by Carisha Longacre of My Muse. And it has these two lovely interlocking melodies and interlocking messages. The first one, just finding my way back home, right? Finding ourselves way back to that center of our core competencies, as it were. And the other one, this kind of beautiful river metaphor, O river, I hear you, feel you calling me. Who will I be when I reach the sea? And I always think of like the river, it's like the river is like constantly moving, is the water that used to be there and is now here, is that the river? Or am I moving down the river? Or like there's this whole flow of constant energy, yet constant stasis, yet we can always return to it and it's there even though the water has changed. And anyway, it's a rich one, and I hope you will either treat this as a meditation on some of these ways to return to our home, ourselves, of sense of belonging, and or you'll sing some harmonies, sing one of these parts, add some percussion, and just be together in this beautiful song. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Here's the other melody. Oh, river, I hear you, feel you calling me. Oh, river, reach the sea. Oh, river, oh, river, I hear you, feel you calling me. Oh, river, who will I be when I reach the sea? Both parts, I think.
Finding my way, finding my way, finding my way.
I hear you, feel you calling me.
Finding my way, finding my way, finding my way, finding my way.
Who will I be when I reach the sea?
Finding my way, finding my way, finding my way, finding my way.
I hear you, feel you calling me.
Finding my way, finding my way, finding my way, finding my way.
Who will I be when I reach the sea? Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home. Finding my way, 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 finding my way back home.
We are finding our way now to our offering tonight. Tonight we'll share it with Hawaii's People's Fund. Since its inception 50 years ago, Hawaii People's Fund has been propelled by the love and trust of community-based philanthropy, grassroots work. They believe that community giving leads to community doing. And they work as they envision a more equitable and just Hawaii. So now, as they respond to the fires in Maui earlier this month, Hawaii People's Fund has organized a new fundraising effort to respond and support the frontline grassroots heroes who are mobilizing to help those who are most impacted by the fires and the destruction. To donate, you can use the PayPal link in the chat box, or you can find us on Venmo at Sanctuary Boston. And please remember to put the word offering in the Venmo notes. May the offering tonight be generously given.
So we're going to do the song, I'm Sending You Light, for the offering tonight. There's a big old supermoon rising at the moment that our sun sets this evening, which is here in maybe 15 minutes or so, and in Hawaii in about 5.5 hours. So we can send them light. I hope they have a chance to see the moon. It's the same moon, and I'm hoping it's shining for them. So you can hold them in your heart, your mind, hold your people who need your light right now. Send it to yourself, send it to them. Melanie Demore. I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter where you go, no matter where you've been, you'll never go alone. I feel you deep within, and I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I am sending you light to hold you in love. No matter what you feel or what you choose to show, I'm always there for you. So I want you to know that I am sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. I'm on the path with you. Go slow, dear one, don't hurry. I'll go just like you need to go. There is no need to worry. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love. We are sending you light to heal you, to hold you. We are sending you light to hold you in love.
There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love.
We arrive together, bringing all the joys and the sorrows of our complex lives with us this evening, as we always do. Some of us arrive here wrestling difficult things or carrying heavy loads, or we're just a hot mess. Feeling the pain of a broken world around us and within us can be hard. Some of us arrive full of blessings, brimming with gratitude or celebration or joy. We invite you to write any sorrows that you're carrying in the chat box now. As sorrows shared, our burdens lightened. And if you'd like a member of the spiritual care team to reach out to you, please email sanctuarybostonspiritualcare@gmail.com or send a Zoom chat message to spiritual care team, which is me, and I'll reach out to you. So as Shauna plays, please go ahead and share.
love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is love holding all. We rest in this love.
And we invite you to share any joys in your life in the chat box now as well. As we know, joy cannot be given nor taken away, but it can be amplified. And one of the ways we amplify joy is by sharing it with one another.
There is a There is a love holding us. There is a love holding all that we love. There is a love holding all. We rest in this love. Rest in this love.
Will you join me in a time of spoken prayer, reflection, meditation? Holy love who holds us, help us to open to that which is within, between, among, and beyond us. Help us to remember that we are not formed in isolation, but are knit together like fabric. Help us to claim belonging, that which can be neither given nor taken away. We hold so much this evening, as we always do, invisible struggles, times of feeling lost, moments of feeling illegible to ourselves. We carry with us disappointment, the realness of our own pain. We hold in our hearts the Florida coast and Hawaii, fear of climate change, its reality settling into our hearts, missing loved ones, and moments of being a mid-temperature mess. Holy love, hold us through it all. And thank you. We extend our gratitude, our big open hearts for all the amazing things, all the blessings that are ours to claim. We give thanks for back to school moments of joy, for friends visiting, mushroom people, anniversaries, remembering. We give thanks for big gay butterflies and swimming and books and birthdays and Brandy Carlisle and moments of meaning and purpose. Wow, what a gift. Help us to believe, holy love, to believe and to choose and to practice that to which we are called, not to just do, but to be. Be with us this evening as we go forth from this place. Be with us every day to come. In the name of that love that surpasses all understanding, I pray. Amen.
us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary anew. Make us aware we are a sanctuary, each made holy and loved right through with thanksgiving. We are a living sanctuary
Beloveds, we are united in our humanity, not just by our joy, our song, the best and most beautiful that we each have to offer, but also in our shared understanding of what it feels like when things just stop making sense. As you move through this week and all the weeks to come, know that you are loved and needed in all your iterations. Know that you will change, but your value never will. And know that wherever your life takes you, your belonging cannot help but follow. May it be so, and amen.
You don't have a job, don't pay your bills, won't buy you a home in Beverly Hills, which is literally where I am right now, Beverly Hills, Michigan.
Beverly Hills, Michigan, hooray!
Won't fix your life in 5 easy steps. Ain't the law of the land or the government, but it's all you need, and love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm. And I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. It's waiting for you, knocking at your door. In the moment of truth, when your heart hits the floor and you're on your knees, then love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm. And I'll be my sister's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark you can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark you can can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. 'Cause love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm. And I'll be my kindred's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. Yeah, love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm. And I'll be my kindred's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone.
Thank you. That was beautiful. We're going to finish up with everyone's favorite spiritual practice, announcements and invitations, which we'll post along in the chat. Our first thing is the very exciting Sanctuary Boston staff review for Matt, our Director of Operations and Community Life. Matt has asked the Sanctuary Board create an evaluation process for Sanctuary staff, and we wanted to kick off this year by evaluating him. Please take a moment to fill out this form if you're a part of the Sanctuary community, so all of you here, and have worked with Matt in any way. Then on September 6th, our next worship gathering will be online and in person in Cambridge. We'll be kicking off our Spiritual Journeys worship series for the fall with Hope for the Jaded. September 8th to 10th, coming up real quick, is our fall retreat. You can get more info and RSVP with a link in the chat as well. And tomorrow's the registration deadline. I'll just say, if you've never been to a sanctuary retreat, I went for the first time only a few weeks after I started attending sanctuary. I knew no one. I had to buy a sleeping bag, and it was an incredible restorative weekend. I really, really recommend it. Also, fall, the season distinguished not by weather, because everyone's experiencing something different, but by the beginning of our small groups. Small groups are a space for meaningful conversation, real connection, and caring community. The deadline for registering is September 7th, and groups begin the last week of September. And there will be info and registration in the chat. And then finally, if you're interested and you are a student in the Boston area, connect with our campus ministries. We have an interest form that will be in the chat. Their kickoff for our campus ministry programming will be before worship in person, I believe, on September 20th. Finally, 3 ways to stay in touch with us. Join the Sanctuary Facebook group, recordings on YouTube. I saw people in the chat saying they wanted to hear today's message. Again, this is your chance. Check out our YouTube. And finally, you can sign up for our email list. And with that, I'm going to send us into our postlude, though there will be, if you hang on, a little opportunity to check in with others at the end of worship, answering a few questions and having a short conversation on Zoom. So thank you all so much.
And for our postlude and for this beautiful full moon, super moon that's rising tonight, a composition of mine called Moonrise.